Hey everyone, welcome to Lime Life and True Beauty with Biffy Ipple. Today I am in my pajamas and my slippers, as you can see. We all have just woken up and we're ready for breakfast. I'm going to show you the recipe for melt in your mouth pancakes. So let me tell you what you need and we'll go ahead and get started. This recipe literally does melt in your mouth, and what you'll need for it is a cup of Bisquick, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, half a cup of milk, 1 egg, but I didn't have eggs so I used half a banana, which substitutes for an egg, some lemon juice, I had a lime that needed to be used up, and some margarine. This will go ahead and make a total of 7 pancakes. Now what you're going to do is go ahead and put all of the ingredients together in a bowl with the exception of the margarine. So the reason why these are called melt in your mouth pancakes is because they literally do melt in your mouth. I think it might be the combination of the baking powder, sugar, and lemon that causes that to happen. And it is so delicious, and I think you guys are gonna love this one. Now a quick note, I have only made these with Bisquick. I haven't tried any other type of flour yet, so I'm not sure if you will need any more or less liquid for the recipe. And so depending on what kind of flour you use, that might need to be something you experiment with to test and see what's best for how much you need to put in of everything. I know you all have seen me use banana as a substitute for eggs in past videos, and I truly love them for these pancakes. Sometimes I feel like flour and eggs is just not a good combination for me. It makes me just feel very stuffed and bloated, but when I substitute it with bananas instead, I actually feel much better during the whole day. Now that you have everything together in the bowl, you're going to go ahead and mix it with a mixer or whatever you like to use. I like to use a rubber spatula because it makes getting the edges a lot easier. And then I have a nice way of mashing up the banana since it's going to be a little bit more clumpy than usual. What are your favorite toppings to put on pancakes? My husband likes to mix syrup and butter, heat it up on the stove, and that is really delicious. I'm personally pretty easy. I like things like Nutella or fruit, but I'm wondering what kind of things you guys like to put on your pancakes. I notice also that the bananas make the pancakes a little bit more sweeter, so if you do like sweeter toppings, you probably won't need as much of them if you end up substituting eggs with the banana. I also one time experienced where I ended up putting too much lemon or lime juice into this recipe, and it ended up making the pancakes sour, and it was kind of an odd taste, but I actually ended up liking it after a couple of bites. So if you guys like to try something that's sour, you might want to experiment with that and see if you enjoy it. All right, it's time to cook them over the stove. Go ahead and get a 1/4 cup. And we'll go ahead and go to the stove. You'll set it on medium heat, and then you'll add the margarine or butter or whatever you prefer to cook with. Make sure you coat the bottom of the pan really well so that your pancakes don't end up getting stuck. And go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of the pancake batter into the pan. Sometimes you might need to spread it around a little bit because like now it might be a little bit thick, and when you spread it around it'll just help it cook a little bit evenly better. Okay, so this is my favorite part. I love just watching the pancakes cook and see the bubbles that rise up on the top. When you see a lot of bubbles, you know that it's time to flip the pancake. That will be a good sign for you to know when to flip it. You can also take a look at the edge of the pancake, and if it's feeling firm and looking like it's cooking, then that's another good sign that it's time to flip the pancake over. You notice I get kind of a crispy golden color for the pancake, and something I've noticed is that the bottom part of the pancake doesn't end up getting that, And I suspect it's because most of the margarine or butter or whatever you end up using cooks a lot of the first side of the pancake, and so I think that's why sometimes you'll get a different color. And that's okay, just make sure it's cooked to your liking and then go ahead and take it off of the stove when you're satisfied with it. And then you'll go ahead and just repeat the cooking process on the stove. So you might need to recoat your pan. I usually have to. So go ahead and do that if you need to, and then you'll scoop 1/4 cup of the mixture into the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the end result of what the pancakes look like, but actually it's really gonna be when you guys taste it, you'll understand what I mean, that they literally do melt in your mouth. So give them a try and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please click the like button and the subscribe button, and follow me on my social media platforms in the comments. Love you all.